Hi YouTube, Hood Ninja again. I have a couple of things I want to bring it up, and I want to bring it up fast, and I'm going to try to do this efficiently as possible. Uh, Red alert. I don't want to say keywords. I'm going to be careful as to how I word this. Um, let's just go ahead and move to the articles I have here. Uh, I have an article pulled up off of the Intel Hub. Recon alert, suspicious military convoy seen near Kentucky-Tennessee border. Then there's a video, huge military convoy hauling explosives headed to Joplin, Missouri. And then here are other tips. At approximately 9 a.m. I was traveling on now 75 north, Kentucky, Tennessee. I'm trying to gist some of this. He's seen a convoy consisted of 10 to 12 track-tow trailers, some of which had water tanks loaded on them while others were empty. Again, all drivers were in military uniforms and each truck had a passenger, but I noted that none of the trucks in either convoy had any military markings on them, only camo paint. This was just one tip in relation on the same article on the Intel Hub. Here's another tip. I was at Walmart today, Central City, Kentucky. Saw a lot of troops dressed in camo. Uh, Pretty much they started loading up a bunch of water into this white unmarked van that had a government tag on it, I'm sure. Related, we saw the same thing yesterday, June 17th, at around 3:30 at Walmart in Franklin, Indiana. Military personnel, fatigue uniforms, white vans. They were loading up food, water in those vans. Pass it along. Branson, Missouri to Kansas City on 6/11/11. Saw an Army convoy heading south on 13, just south of Springfield. It had 3 Humvees and what looked like a microwave crowd control dish on trailers. There were also 6 outer vehicles, all government. That's just on one. Here's an alert. Truckers report moving military equipment across U.S. FEMA involved. Alert, alert. And there's a video down here where this very nice lady goes on to explain various different trucking moving agencies who the government will contract out are coming forward about the unprecedented spike in military movement, military equipment movement. There is video of a convoy with missiles, a missile carrier and a missile launcher, and various other and they were just like the report said in the video that I seen. They were They were camo painted, no markings to tell you, if it was American or whatever. I say that any of these convoys that you see that are just painted, that is NATO. Okay, that is something to do with NATO right there. Okay, just because I mean, really, I mean, who else could it be? I mean, I'm open to suggestions on that. Okay, as far as that goes, I mean, I think there's a law somewhere that if you got to be marked, you've got to put something on your deal to, you know what I mean. So I mean, then again, it could very well be the American government and the American government alone. I don't know. I mean, it's our stuff anyway. I'm sure it's our stuff. We just painted over our little emblems. Why, I don't know. But there's mass movement of this everywhere. Bunch of it's military weapons. They're FEMA's moving tanks, Humvees on trains. They're doing all kinds of movement. I mean, grenade launchers. I mean, you think of it, anything to hold a war, to host a war. They're moving it right now, and they're stocking that up. I guess Joplin, Missouri has just become a little state police area. I guess. I mean, it's not the whole state, of course, but they have secret morgues up there. They have a curfew. Don't even get me started. I mean, let me tell you right now how easy it is for them to just create a disaster. You think that tornado went ripped through there? I mean, look at the path. It went and knocked out all the main parts of that town. Then declared it a disaster area, state of emergency. National Guard moved in. Now, then a secret morgue. An NBC affiliate actually got ran off from the morgue after he found out where it was, and he couldn't just tell us where it was because it's supposed to be secret, and he would have got in trouble. But they had the secret morgues up there, and now there is military convoys with explosives and missiles. I'm talking missile defense missile launchers. We're not talking about the little missile. We're talking the gun, the trucks with the deal, and they shoot these rockets pretty much. This is the stuff that's moving around, people, and the truckers are coming out and they're reporting on it. Like I said, FEMA is involved a lot, and they're moving it. They're using trains. They're getting food and water in unmarked vehicles, white vans. Something is about to happen. Something is going on. This isn't stuff that's been happening throughout all year. This just started piling up within the last week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. I just caught on. I've been sitting here watching it, but I really just caught on to it. Also, people, I'm just gonna say, be aware. Be very aware of your surroundings. Red alert. Like, you know how we got the little scales where it says, like we're, blah, 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 blah. I'm putting us on red alert. We're orange or yellow or whatever right now. I'm putting us on red alert for the simple fact that everybody's moving. None of this is being reported on by the mainstream media. I mean, you got the murder case down in Florida, and that's all Fox News and CNN wants to talk about. I mean, you had Charlie Sheen, the propaganda. Then you had Arnold, his propaganda. And nobody's talking about the Obama birth certificate and the charges that are being brought up to against him on that. Charges have been filed with the FBI concerning the birth certificate. So he is about to have, nobody's reporting on that. And this is legal. This is legal stuff that you need to know about. And it is an impeachable offense, and actually he could go to prison if they find him guilty for this. So that is not being reported on. Why? Because they don't want y'all to press the issue. The floods. There's big, major, giant floods going on everywhere, and they're not reporting on this either. I know where the water's coming from. I know where the rain's coming from. It's easy to explain. You wonder why there's a reactor over here, and we're downwind of it, and it's already distributed 90 billion lethal doses of radiation. So calculated, a scientist who actually knows what she's talking about, and there's a very good video of her. I don't even know, but anyway. So there's been 90 billion lethal doses. We are downwind. There's not been one case of radiation. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They're making clouds with the water in the ocean using HAARP, and then they will seed the cloud, of course, and drop all the water and radiation into the Pacific before it even hits the coast. Okay, and when it hits the coast, of course, then it starts. It's pretty much what we're seeing is remnants. And once that floats right about over the Madrid, they go ahead and spray more chemtrails in it and dump all the rest of the water right there. And we have nuclear reactors on that same river that's flooding right now that are, as far as I know, they're looking like they're about to turn into another Fukushima. But you got that to worry about too. I mean, this is stuff that people are not reporting on. They need to report on it. And these people, you need to be aware of your surroundings. The training exercises and everything that just went on the Eastern Seaboard. There's a whole nother story to that as well. And I just got some information from a good friend of mine on Facebook. I met her on YouTube, but I mean, now we communicate on Facebook more than we do on YouTube. But anyway, we collaborated a little bit, and she said she actually she has this story published with the National UFO Agency or whatever, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's published. They published it because there was actually another story just like hers of another account exactly the same 2 days previous to the one to the encounter she had at the exact same time. Well, I'll say, but it was around the same time of night. Okay, so they published both of them because they made them. You know what I mean? These two people didn't even know each other. Anyway, she seen two fireballs in the sky, and once they got over her, they dimmed out, but she could still, pretty much hear them, feel the presence, and said that they started moving toward Manhattan. And then 8 to 10 minutes after that happened, 4 fighter jets followed them out, or chased them, or pursued them, or something. And that was on June 17th. Now remember, we had 4 Air Force bases pop up with no-fly zones for June 20th to 25th. And one of the biggest training exercises on the eastern seaboard was carried out during that same week. So she may have seen the reason why. It sounds like to me that there was another country with higher technology trying to intimidate us, or it was an alien craft, a true extra-dimensional craft or being, and we were trying to pursue them or whatever, and maybe the threat got because the girl that did this report lives next to an airport, and so I'm pretty sure that they were on high alert, having to send 4 fighter jets over this airport to pursue these two flaming objects. And she said literally flaming, like it emanated red, orange, and yellow until it got over her, and then it started moving toward Manhattan. Camo. Nobody could see it, but anyway. And I'm not sure if the airport ever even knew about it, or if it was reported on, because to my knowledge, if you got to shut down air traffic, and I'm not sure if they did shut down any air traffic that night, or delayed any or canceled anything due to that. And if they did, they probably didn't tell everybody exactly what the reason was. So there's a lot of stuff going on, people. You got to start connecting the dots, putting this and this together. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the number one thing that I'm worried about is all this military movement. The FEMA being in this is beyond me. I can see why how they could justify it to the sheeple, but to me, I don't see why they're doing. They're being proactive for a war. They're not being proactive to help people in a natural disaster. Let's say a hurricane hit or something. They're not preparing for that. It seems they're moving explosives. They have rockets and missiles and guns and ammunition and tanks and Humvees and all this stuff is what they're moving around. That is being proactive for a war, not to help people out whenever a natural disaster comes, unless they're intending upon war on the people, which I really hope they don't. I know they're stupid if they're thinking that. I'm gonna tell you right now, because we the people hold them in our hands, and anybody who doesn't agree with me on that, you're with them, and I'm holding you in my hands. So people, we all need to get together. We need to start networking. We need to start getting things figured out. I've got InfoSwap on Facebook. Go join me on Facebook. Go search by name Beau Sharp, BEAUSHARP, or search by email at your neighborhood ninja, all lowercase, all together, YANEIGHBORHOODNINJA at ymail. That's YMAIL.com. Go there, add me. I have a group that I've created called InfoSwap, and this is all the information is being posted there. I'm taking everything to it. I can't continue to make videos on all this. It's just too much right now. So I'm gonna direct everything I've got there. I've got to end this video. I wish I could say more, but like I said, go to InfoSwap. Go add me. Go join the group. Everything will be posted there. We're on Red Alert. We need to start networking, and everybody needs to start coming together. You know what I'm saying? If you need to come here whenever shit hits the fan, it might be safer here. Get at me, okay? Or if I need to go where you're at when shit hits the fan because it's safer where you're at, then I'll get at you. You know what I'm saying? We need to get a network-based setup. But anyway, I've got to get off here. God bless. Good day. And be safe.